East African Affairs, Commerce and Tourism.
The 4 cabinet nominees give insights into the kind of a lineup that the president and his deputy will eventually unveil for vetting and approval by the National Assembly. All the 4 nominees are top technocrats with vast experience in their diverse fields.
Our first nominee is Dr. Fred Matiang'i.
Dr. Fred Matiang'i was nominated to steer the Information, Communication and Technology docket. Born in Borabu, Dr. Matiang'i formerly taught at Egerton University and the University of Nairobi. He has held various research and program implementation positions with various local and international organizations. He consulted previously for, among others, the World Bank, the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, the Interparliamentary Union, and the United Nations Development Programme, UNEP. He is a governance and program implementation expert and the immediate former country director of the Kenya Parliamentary Support Program. He is currently the Eastern African Regional Representative for the Center for International Development, Rockefeller College of Public Affairs and Policies, the State University of New York, and will quit the position to join the government if the National Assembly approves his nomination as the Cabinet Secretary for Information, Communication and Technology. Dr. Matiang'i is married with 2 children.
I'd like at this opportunity to allow Fred, because like I said, we want to try and do things differently. We want to try and make it open. We have been consulting as opposed to what Kenyans are traditionally used to, hearing a radio announcement at 1 o'clock.
There's a lot to be done, and we hope together we will implement the Jubilee Manifesto, especially in the ICT sector.
Our next nominee is Mr. Henry K. Rotich.
The country's coffers will be taken care of by 44-year-old Henry Rotich. He has been the head of macroeconomics at the Treasury, Ministry of Finance, since March 2006 and has been involved in formulating macroeconomic policies to ensure an affordable and sustainable path of public spending aimed at achieving the government's development priorities. Rotich has also played a role in preparation of key budget documents, including the budget statements, as well as providing strategic coordination of structural reforms in the area of fiscal and financial sector. Prior to joining the Ministry of Finance, Rotich worked at the Central Bank of Kenya since 1994 and was at one time attached to the International Monetary Fund (IMF) local office in Nairobi to work as an economist.
I would like first to sincerely thank His Excellency the President and his deputy for the trust and the confidence they've given to me to spearhead the economic management of the country at this very challenging time. To you Kenyans, I will be drawing on your support to move the agenda that had been laid down by His Excellency the President.
Mr. Macharia is our nominee for Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Health. Karibu Bwana Macharia. Asante.
The health docket will be managed by James Wainaina. He is a career banker and has been the group managing director of the NIC Bank since 2005. The 54-year-old cabinet secretary nominee is a London-trained accountant and previously worked at the Standard Chartered Bank as the financial controller and the managing director of the African Banking Corporation in Zambia and Tanzania. He is married with 2 children.
I come before you with great humility. I know banking is different from health sector, but I believe with the strategies which we shall put together, with the teamwork of my colleagues and support of the entire country, I believe that we shall overcome and achieve a lot for the benefit of our country.
Amina is our nominee for Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Balozi.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Ambassador Amina Mohamed was the only cabinet secretary nominee who many Kenyans may have been familiar with, having been in the public service before. A lawyer and diplomat by profession, she was nominated to the Foreign Affairs docket. Ambassador Mohamed served as the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs in the Grand Coalition government. She is currently the Assistant Secretary General of the United Nations and Deputy Executive Director of the United Nations Environment Programme UNEP, based in Nairobi. She is a former ambassador of Kenya to the United Nations in Geneva. She is married with 2 children.
I'd like to thank you for this opportunity to serve our great country in this very unique position. I'm humbled, I feel privileged and uniquely honored, and I'll be waiting for your instructions on what I should be doing next.
We have been meeting our nominees to gauge their competence, but also to gauge their willingness and ability in helping us implement the agenda that we have for Kenya.
So this may be seen as a taste of what to come, and Kenyans now await the identity of the other 14 cabinet nominees. Francis Gachuri, Citizen Live at 9.